देख लाइव आ गया क्या मैं देख मैं लाइव आ गया क्या हेलो हेलो So good morning all. Welcome to the bridge course. Myself Dr. Abhay Azade will be talking about stress management. Uh, so this particular lecture will be concentrating on to understand what is stress and how we are going to manage this stress. So before starting, there is a small advice to the students that during your academic career, or you can say during your graduation year, you will generally feel stress during your examination time. So it is very advisable that you should plan properly your time schedule, and you should plan properly how to deal with your stress. So let's begin. So, what is stress? Stress can be defined as our mental, physical, emotional, and behavioral reaction to any perceived demand or threat. So, in a very simpler word, like whenever any human, or you can say any person, living organism, is exposed to any situation where his body feel discomfort. I'll say the word is discomfort. So that in scientific way you can say the person is under stress. So what is stress? Stress can be defined as our mental, for mental, like for example, like examination. Physical, like you are playing some big tournaments like in cricket, or you can say the IPL, or you in the Wimbledons. The player who are playing for their team or for their nation, they have their physical stress. Like they'll get stressed out physically, because those event require physical performance. Emotionally, like during your the person who is getting married, or you can say there is a death in the family. So all these kind of things which which affect the emotions of a human being, or you can say behavior. So all these these situations, like the human undergoes every day. You can say every day the human expose that's a way of life. The things come up in your life, and there will be different level of stress, or you can say it will be a mental, physical, emotional, or behavior. So the fight or the flight response. When situation seems threatening to us, our body reacts quickly to supply protection by preparing to take action. This physiological reaction is known as fight or flight response. So you can say that this is like a scientifically, we know that any situation which when our body thinks that it will be harmful to us. So it makes our body, or you can say it make, or it will prepare ourselves either to fight or to flight. Either we'll fight with the situation, or either we go away from that situation, so that the our body should not be harmed. So the physiological response to a stressor is known as reactivity. The physiological response can accumulate and result in long-term wear on the body. So our body is designed, or you can say the God has designed our body in such a way that whenever we feel like anything which can harm, or you can say stressful to our body, so either it will be fight by preparing it. There is a hormone called adrenaline, which makes our which makes our body to prepare to respond, or to you can say to give an answer to that particular situation. What makes something stressful? Situation that have strong demands. For example, if you are a student, so then during your examinations, you will to perform better in your exam. You feel stressful. Okay, I have to get 100 up to 100 marks. So those situation or those kind of demands which you are putting yourself into that particular situation can lead to a stressful condition. Situation that are imminent which is uncomfortable to us, situation which are the human body is not comfortable to face that, so that is also stressful. Life transitions, timing, ambiguity, desirability, and controllability, so all these things, they somehow put the human body or human brain or emotions into a stressful condition. Not all stress is bad, or you can say this stress is divided into two categories. First is distress, and one is eustress. So distress is a continuous expression of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed, and behind in our responsibility. Distress is like suppose if cricketers, they are not performing properly in their matches. So that particular term will be known as distress because they are behind their responsibility. Like if you are a captain of an team and your team is not winning the matches or not performing properly, or if they are not giving a proper outcome, or team effect is not there. So that condition will be known as this distress. So we can say the captain is in distress. So it is the all encompassing sense of being imposed upon by difficulties with no light at the end of the tunnel. Include examples of distress include financial difficulties, conflict in relationship, excessive obligations, managing a chronic illness, or experiencing a trauma. So all these conditions, or you can say all these examples, are an example of distress. And another form of stress is known as eustress. So eustress is the other form of stress that is positive and beneficial. So we may feel challenged, but the source of the stress are opportunities that are meaningful to us. Like suppose like any player or any sports person, they want to perform best, like they want to make a world record in athletics, like for example your Usain Bolt, the fastest man on earth. So he made an world record in Olympics. So what is that? So that he put himself in a eustress condition, so that that's a positive. He want to keep his body in a positive posture, so that he can get a maximum output from his body. So eustress help provide us with energy and the motivation to meet our responsibilities and achieve our goals. So you can say these kind of situations when a person put in himself, so you can say they are getting a maximum output from their you can say from their body. So example of eustress including graduating from college, getting married, receiving a promotions, or changing a job. So all these are examples of eustress. Like when a student graduated from college, now they have degree. Now, like after when you start your career in college, so after 3 years or 4 years or of your graduation, you will be getting a degree. So that's a situation. That's a positive thing. Okay, after graduating, you will feel okay. Let me go for a master's. Let me take a job. So your body will be in a joyful condition, or you want to do something more from. You want to get a maximum output from that. So that is that's an example of eustress. Stress response, a good example of a stressful situation for many people is taking a test. If you find testing to be stressful, you might notice certain physical, behavioral, mental, and emotional responses. Physical response, behavior response, mental response, emotional response. So these all are like the stress response. What is stressful to you? If we talk about general thing, like in a general scenario, like the work, the overload of work can also lead to an stressful conditions. Then classes, attending your classes, some students feel like it's very stressful for them to go into a lectures and make their notes. So sometimes those students feel that that's a stressful condition. Studying, relationship with the partner, relationship with the family, relationship with the friends, trauma, changing in residence, when you're changing your house, like you have a permanent house where you're living with your family and suddenly you have to move out from that. That is also stressful. Like during your India Pakistan partition, You see, when the families have, they left their permanent residency and they have moved to the another part of the country. So that is very stressful for the whole family. Change in the amount of social activity. Then roommate, like some, like if you are sharing in a hostel, then you didn't find your roommate having a proper coordination with you. That is also a stressful conditions. Then child care, finances, appearance, physical health, not fitting in, getting married. Some people feel like getting married in very stressful conditions. Change to a new school, and a small child changes his school from like one school to his getting transferred or he's changing his school. That is also stressful for their for the particular that children. Changing in eating habit, for example, like the South Indian is having the North Indian flu, so he's changing his eating habit also. For them also, like you can say that's more stressful. Or a North Indian is totally coming on in a different diet from roti and your dal, and directly coming to like idli sambar. So that even that also change in the eating habit can lead to stressful conditions. Legal matter, mental health, law violation, spiritual or religious issue. Then major career decisions, like when generally the student after 12th, they are into a very stressful condition, which course to opt, which university to go, where to study. So all these things, like how to take a career decision, those things are like very stressful for a student. Attitude, thought, buying a house, changing in amount of recreation, death of family or family members. All these things, or you can say these are the examples when a human body or when a person feels stressful. Why do we stress out? There are two major reasons. We perceive a situation as dangerous, difficult, or painful, or we do not believe we have the resource to cope. So these are the things, or you can say these are the two major reasons when any person feels stress out. There are like signals. You can say that there are stress warning signals. When you are when are your red flags or warning signs that is stress is creeping into your life. If you keep pushing ourselves, eventually sometime inside of use will send red flags or a warning sign that is stress is becoming a problem. So these are some of the like suggestions, or you can say these are the some ways or tricks to reduce the stress. The first one is to find a support system. Find someone to talk to about your feelings and experience. For example, a student, like for a university student during examination, try to talk to your parents if you have any problems, or you can talk to your elder brothers, sisters if you feel okay. If you are not comfortable, then talk to your elder ones. Then changing your attitude, find other ways to think about stressful situation. So when you're dealing with a situation, there is always multiple ways to solve a problem. Okay, so suppose your examination is there tomorrow, so how you are going to write that one, so you can make your strategy how to deal with these examinations. Okay, life is 10% and what happens to us, and 90% how we react to it. So that's normal life. Like when you are prepared, when you are trained, when you train yourself body, when you train your brain and your body uh, how to deal with this situation, then your life become very comfortable and enjoyable. Then be realistic, set practical goals for dealing with situation and solving problem. Develop realistic expectations of yourself and others. Get organized and take charge. During examination, you need to be organized. You need to make a timetable for yourself, how you are going to prepare it. Morning you have to wake up, then how much time you have to give to each subject, starting the proper notes. Then before this examination, you need to go for a revision. Make a proper timetable. You need to get organized so that you should not stress out during your examination. So being unorganized or engaging in poor planning often lead to frustration or crisis situation. So all this, if you are not organized, if you are not properly disciplined, then the end of the day or during your examination, you will be very stressed out, or you are not performing well in your exams, which most always leads to feeling stressed. Like plan your time, make a schedule, establish your priorities. So if you make it for for university students, discipline and proper planning is the most important thing that to perform better and get a good grades in your examination. Take a break, give yourself a me time. Learn that taking time to yourself for rejuvenation and relaxation is just as important as giving time to other activity. You should take a break, like after examination, you should take a break, or if you are preparing for your examination, you should have your relaxation time also in between. Do not keep pushing yourself so that that is also lead to an underperformance. If you are keep on pushing yourself and you are not taking relaxation time, that is also can cause a underperformance. So, yeah. So you need to give a time for yourself. Take good care of yourself, eat properly, get regular rest, keep a routine. Always allow yourself to do something with you enjoy each day. So all these are like examples where you can relax, or you can say where you can reduce your stress. Paradoxically, the time we need to take care of ourselves the most when we are stressed is the time we do it the least. Okay, so you can, for example, during an examination, you can go and play some tennis, or you can play some badminton, or play some carom, or play some cricket. So you need to have a change. If it's a, you can say it's a change, or it's a break. You need to take a break from your monotonous life. You not should have a monotonous life. You should have you should also give yourself a time so that you can rejuvenate. Learn to say no. Learn to pick and choose which things you will say yes to and which things you will not. Like during you can say your when you are working in an organization, or after your completion of your graduation, when you join an organization, generally the students, or you can say the worker, they generally say everything to yes. Okay, if it's there, if it is not coming in their potential area also, they'll say yes. So that is also lead to a stressful condition for that performance, for that particular person. Okay, so and that too, if you take that particular work also, you will be not giving a satisfactory results for that one. So you should say no if the things are you can say that particular project you cannot do it. Okay, protect yourself by not allowing yourself to take on every request or opportunity that comes your way. Some sometimes you have to say no. Okay, like for example, you can say on Sunday there is a marathon of 10 kilometers and you have not prepared yourself. Okay, you say okay, yes, I can do it. But when you go and start running for 10 kilometers, then after completion of your race, then you will realize, okay, I have made the wrong decision. I should say no because I have not prepared for that particular marathon. So everything is not meant for you. Okay. Get regular exercise. Exercising regularly can help relieve some symptoms of depressions and stress, and help us to maintain our health. And it is always advisable that every day you have to give some time for your body also. You can go for exercise, you can go for gym, you can go for running, you can go for yoga, or play some cricket, or play some outdoor activity. So all these things, you can go for swimming. So all these activity, which can lead to you can it will help to reduce your stress. Then get a hobby, do something different. It is always advisable to have some hobbies. Like you can go for cycling, you can go for painting, you can go for some artistic work, you can go and play some music instrument like guitar, piano, drums, whatever. And you need to get an hobby. You should not, like for a student, like it should not be like going to college, coming to hostel, and studying and then sleeping. It should not be like that. You should have some like other hobbies also. Okay, after the college, 1 hour you can give for your hobby also. Okay, okay, I want to play cricket. Okay, you can go and start playing cricket. Okay, I want to go for cycling. Okay, you can go for cycling. I want to start running for jogging, or you can say after college you can go and learn some musical instrument like guitar, drums, piano. There are so many musical instruments. So you should develop an hobby so that you can change your mind. Like from 9 to 5, you'll be in a college, so you will be like, your brain is working. Now you need to change that. Brain is also getting tired. So change it, make it something which makes you, or you can elevate your mood. Then slow down, keep your limits, and cut down on the numbers of the things you try to do each day, particularly if you do not have enough time for yourself. Laugh, use humor. Do something funny, enjoyable, such as seeing a funny movie, laughing with friends, reading a humorous book, or going to a show, comedy. Like you during colleges, when you are sitting in a lecture, you cannot laugh in front of a professor. They'll say get out from your classes. So after the class, or you can say during your lunch break, sit with your friends, crack some jokes, so that even the person like who is sitting there, he is not having a good time, he'll feel elevated. You need to do all these things. Okay, you always you are children, young children, you should have a smiling faces. Learn to relax. Develop a regular relaxation routine. Try yoga, meditation, or simple quiet time. Like for a student, I can say like 8 at least 8 hours of sleep is very much important, because for you can say it is scientifically proven also, like human body is required to have an 8 hour, at least 8 hours of sleep for better mental health and physical health. So, like during my examination, don't do this. Don't develop a habit of night out. Like what the students say, it's a night out. We'll be studying the whole night, and next day morning, if you are going to the examination, and then that time the student is sleeping on the desk. Don't do this one. You should have an relax before going to an examination. You should relax yourself, because I know I have seen a lot of examples like students are very panic or very stressed during their examination. Ab kya hoga, ab kya hoga, that kind of attitude you should not have it. Be relaxed and be calm. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, you can try to do some meditation, you can do some yogas, all these things you should learn to have relaxed. Okay, then relaxation exercise, many different kinds, but two are like deep breathing or visualization. Visualization is a nice way of giving your mind and the body a mini vacation. Like visualization is like seeing a very nice and beautiful scenery. Like if you are seeing like now monsoons are going on, all the mountains are fully green. If you see that one, that will give you a bit of comfort to your eyes and to the brain also. If you are having something, if you are thinking something, if you see a lake, or you can say if you see a mountain, or if you see a rainbow when the rains come. So all these things are way of relaxation. Stress management, like try to change the way you appraise a situation to make it less stressful. Remember, stress is a normal, but watch out for the symptoms of stress. Like stress, I'll say it's up to you. You need to maintain a balance. Stress is sometimes, or you can say use stress. I use the word use stress. Use stress is positive for your body. Distress is negative for your body. You need to maintain a positive, or you need to maintain a balance between both of them. Then only you can succeed in your life. You need to put yourself, you like, okay, the sir says okay, don't take stress, I'll be just lying in the in my hostel room, and I'll not be taking classes. Okay, I'll be just chilling out. It's not right. A bit of stress is required so that you can come out with the maximum output, but you need to maintain a balance. How? I have given you so many examples, like going for going for exercise, developing a hobby. Okay, all this like what we have studied in your last, like in your previous slides. So these are the situations, like these are the examples where you can reduce your stress. Practice a relaxation technique. So all these things are, you can make yourself less stressful. So thank you. I hope you guys understood the stress management, because now you will be starting your college life. Now midterms exams will be coming, your sessional exams will be coming, your main exams will be coming. So you should learn. You should first make yourself discipline, make a time schedule, follow it. Then you'll have a maximum output from it. You will get a good grades from you will get a good grades, or you can score very well in your particular subjects. So with this, thank you.